Howdy everyone, it's me once again, the one and only Killer Rodan. And today, as you can see, I figured I'd just do another Disney video where I'd be talking about the movies, TV shows, you name it. Of course, if it's related to Disney in any shape or form, then of course I'll talk about it, because why the hell not, I guess. Anyway, I just thought I'd do this real quick. Just one of these types of videos I thought it would be a cool crossover, but at the same time, it's impossible. You know damn well that's not going to happen. So just bear with me, all right, for this, folks, because you're gonna take some serious leniency, I guess you want to say, and I can't stress that enough. I know what I'm about to say here just sounds way too out there, even for a Star Wars thing. So yes, you can have something to do with Star Wars, of course. Why not? So just bear with me for a second. I know this can't happen, but I just thought it'd be a cool little thing if there was actually a movie, of course. But anyway, yes, all right, let's get to it. So this was just basically like doing a crossover when it comes to franchises, of course, when you think about it. And that's definitely would be a thing here, of course. And okay, it doesn't matter what era of Star Wars this could take place in. I just thought this would be a cool little thing that could be produced, even though I know it won't, but I thought it'd be pretty cool because you just could imagine all the adventure that this could, of course, get into when it comes to Baby Longstocking in Star Wars. Yeah, that's what I'm going with, folks. Oh, definitely. Since she's supposed to be really adventurous, and she's the type of character to actually be very strong and whatnot, and she's very loyal. Maybe even if it's to a fault, but still though, I think she make a good teammate. Of course, she's never really stayed in one. She never stays in one place to begin with. When you think about it, she never does really. But she's always on a ship with her dad, and yes, she can bring her other friends along that she does meet up. I'm referring to mostly the animated version since that was the one I like the most, of course. So just thought I'd use that specific version, of course, because why not? The monkey can come along. I look forward. I don't know how the horse will come along really. Kind of felt that the horse character would be too much, maybe. I know they were taking some liberties from the books, like of course. I know the horse character would be too much of a dead meat, so to speak. But I don't know what to do with that character. But that's the thing. Like I said in one of my previous videos, there's only been what 8 books of the character, so there's only so much you can do with the character anyway. And yes, I know doing this is taking the character way off with something else, quite obviously. But yet you here you are. But I think she could make I don't know what specifically she could do. I mean, it's up to question, obviously, but you're gonna do something in lines of. I think it should make good in combat, of course. Give her one of those laser weapons, perhaps. And I know the whole thing with Jedi, they want to train characters rather when they're rather young, of course. And I mean, the whole thing of Planet Earth. Does Planet Earth even exist in Star Wars? I know that's been a thing with a lot of people anyway. They've been discussing that. And some people say it does, even though you never saw this in any of the movies, really. The actual Earth. Some people will automatically assume that the Earth does exist in Star Wars because the Jedi characters look human. Well, at least a good chunk of them, anyway. And yes, you don't necessarily have to be human to be a Jedi. You can be an alien too, of course. It's not just specifically for one class of individuals, obviously. But anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. I mean, yes, there's a theory going on where the characters, a lot of characters from the Jedi, or what have you, or even some of the bad guy characters. You could be bad and be human. Hat, Regina from Earth. You know what I mean? Now the character Ray maybe could be playing to this, and maybe she would think that okay, this is strange. Like, who is this little girl, really? And of course, this is not to ignore the character's backstory. I'm going to say characters, I mean Pippi Longstocking. I'm not. This is not to way to you know rewrite her entire story, really. But again, I know this is far fetched. Maybe there's a whole bit where the Disney wants to pretty much have the character Ray, where she be pretty much trained in Jedi. I don't know how the details of that is going to work, really. Okay, I'm just don't know that. I don't know how that's going to work. I'm pretty much trying to get pretty much my own idea from that, really. Okay, so she's supposed to be. When I say she, I mean Rey, supposed to be this guardian, and because apparently she's going to be in a new movie or movies where she'd be training Jedi. So I just thought that could make a pretty good story in some way, despite the controversy from the fans, really. And I don't know. I don't know how this could happen exactly. Maybe in some way, there could be on Earth somehow, Rey. I mean, and since it's a long while ago, so I don't know how that could exactly work. For this to make more sense, yes, of course, there's got to be somewhat of a moderate day, I guess. Even though, despite the fact that the whole thing with Star Wars is supposed to take place far, far long ago, of course, in a distant galaxy. Yeah, it's supposed to be in a faraway galaxy. That's why you see the text right in the beginning of these films. So I thought it'd be cool if you could train, sure. But I just trying to think about how this would work exactly, how this would make sense, really. And like I said, folks, it's going to take a lot of leniency with this because it's a bit of a head scratch, I guess you can say. But I know the character Ray gets a lot of controversy from fans, but personally, I didn't mind the character. Well, I thought it was stupid that the character herself would get a lot of controversy. But I just think that's asinine. But anyway, since Jedi characters are supposed to be the strong characters, I mean, yes, of course, when it comes to the Jedis, it comes in levels, of course. It comes to strengths, of course. It depends how well trained they are. It depends how skilled they are. It depends how one they are with the Force. There's like lot of factors, and I do mean a lot of factors that come into play. Of course, the Force sensitivity and all that jazz. But maybe the character Ray sees something special, and maybe there's something they could do with this character. When I say they, I mean Ray and her friends, of course. And but maybe there could be a villain in the story where it doesn't the villain character doesn't necessarily have to be part of the Empire or any shape or form of the Empire. Really, it's what I'm trying to get at. And but said villain is pretty damn strong. Maybe the villain character could be pretty mysterious at first. No one knows who this villain is, and around the same time they discover maybe a new teammate, of course, and whatnot. I don't know. Maybe the villain is threatening to destroy Earth with some kind of super weapon. I know I'm not talking about having the Death Star like a new version of it. If you ask me, if I have to criticize these films for anything, is that the Death Star thing has been done to death. It's been done way too often, if you ask me. But maybe it could be like a powerful enough weapon, not the Death Star, something else. It could be some other weapon that's dangerous. All right, just throwing it out there. Yes, I'm referring to the expanded universe because in the books they have actually such weapons, of course. So you can throw in some of the expanded lore onto this in some kind of way because contrary to probably to believe, no, Disney did not change the canon, did not reboot the canon in any shape or form. They didn't do that. That didn't happen. They didn't ruin it either. So again, contrary to popular belief, the original canon of Star Wars that George Lucas had built upon for eons and eons. It's still intact, despite what a lot of people have said. So what I'm trying to say is that maybe to some extent you can borrow some inspiration from the already established canon. And since there's been multiple different versions of Pippi Longstocking anyway, you can take some leniency, I guess, but just keep the core characteristics intact, of course. That's what I'm trying to say. Just keep the core characteristics intact anyway. And despite the fact that there's been multiple different versions of the character anyway, is what I'm trying to say here. Anyway, but yeah, I just thought I'd just discuss this, of course. And having franchises cross over, I've done something like this before, which is partly why I want to do this, of course. So, but anyway, this villain could be like a mysterious villain as first and whatnot. I'm not trying to do like another Palpatine either. I mean, you could do like somebody that's playing Puppet Master maybe, but not exactly like Palpatine did it. Not really. Okay, maybe he doesn't even have to do that. All right, maybe this mysterious villain could have a friend in the Senate or something, and this friend of his and him could be like really close, like they knew each other for quite a while. But it's gonna be only maybe revealed like maybe halfway through the movie who this villain is. I guess it'll be like halfway through or something. Maybe like a mysterious twist, like a crazy twist or something. I don't know. And maybe the stakes could be even higher. because of this. And of course, no one's aware. None of the villains at first would be aware of the fact of who Rey's training and whatnot. Again, this is just my own summary. If I have to pitch a movie for for this kind of a thing, if I had to do a movie, which yes, I know this seems crazy, right? Just bury me, right? Just want to entertain the idea of a little bit. Is all I'm saying. But okay, I know this sounds kind of way too much of a stretch for actually for anything to be licensed here. Of course, if anything, it just comes off more of a fanfic, which yes, I realize that. And yes, I do realize that fan fiction does have a bad rep in a lot of ways because due to poor writing and whatnot, and among other things, of course. Anyway, that side, let me just wrap things up because I don't want this to go on for too long, obviously. But anyway, I just thought I'd do this because I just want to do something in regards of Star Wars, at least for the time being. I don't have any of the movies to review for now anyway. But that's pretty much the thing, folks. Oh, definitely, that's pretty much the thing. I just want to talk about this for a good moment here. Anyway, I just figured that this could make a good sci-fi adventure kind of a thing, and I do wonder, do any of the Jedi's know what a pirate ship is? I don't know. Maybe that could come to play somehow and whatnot. I mean, okay, you have to make more of a story. This does need more meat to it. I do realize that, of course. But anyway, I just thought I'd just do this real quick. So that would be it for now, folks. So anyway, of course, as always, thanks for watching and take care. Until next time, see ya. Oh yeah, later.